Untamed is going to be untamed. It's going to be a little crazy. I want to talk to my people. I want to talk to my brothers and sisters. We can have grace and humility in how we interact with other people.
Oh, hot dog, look at you.
And nobody talked about what's really happening.
And let's have conversations about what truth is. Wow, sorry, cough on you. What a day we had today. So we have a thing we're going to put out. I'm gonna play it really quick. It is about what we're going to talk about. We're going to have the interview tomorrow, right? Just
Yes.
Bring Patrick in. We have an interview tomorrow. Do we have that teaser? Let's get that teaser ready for our interview tomorrow. And I just totally put them on the spot. But this is, do we have it ready? All right, well, get it ready. You got to know that I'm going to go to something like that. Let me see here. Okay. There we go. You got it? Is that you telling me you have it?
Untamed
playing in
show
my ear.
prep comms.
Yeah.
I just queued it. I just
All right, you queued it for him? All right. Guys, it's Friday, and we're going to talk about the fact that we're slaves. It's going to be a really great day. But we're actually going to talk about the mysteries of something that is jaw-dropping. Steve Baker of The Blaze cracked the pipe bomber case. Now, we're going to use the words allegedly right now because, frankly, it is not fully confirmed. I'll tell you that it is confirmed, but it is not confirmed. So it's confirmed that this person went from working for Capitol Police to working for the FBI/CIA. We're trying to figure out where it is, where it sits in between it. But this is the J6 pipe bomber. Now, if I can take you back, Patrick, I'm going to take you back a little bit because I think I've blown your mind. You thought that it was just DEI. When you first came and met with me for lunch, I was like, you're going to learn some stuff. And you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to learn the podcasting industry. It's going to be great. And I've seen your face when you've gotten on a couple of calls with a couple of people, and all I see is this.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
yeah.
a little revealing.
It is. I've recently gotten red pilled over the past 10 years or so. Swallowed that dosage. Thought I knew kind of what was going on. Understood the intricacies of the left doing certain things, right? But once I started working here, and I've only been here since August, mind you. It's been a short time. It hasn't been a long time. Felt like I know you guys for years though.
Well, there's a lot to it, right?
Yeah. Long hours, tense situations, relying on people. There's a good brotherhood, good team building happening here also.
Absolutely.
But that's secondary. Actually, no, it's primary because it makes the work environment so much more enjoyable. And it helps me digest what I'm actually hearing here on a pretty consistent basis. And not just hearing, like people like you get in your little echo chambers, but we're connecting with people that have hard documented facts that I can't believe nothing's going on, where people are not arrested, in jail. Just, it's completely just blown my mind what I have been privy to see on this end. And most of the time I think about, I just want a little compound somewhere with my wife and kid and we can just hold it down, but you can't. And I got a 3-year-old at home, man, and
What are you gonna do about school?
hell if I know. I can't send them to I don't want to send them to where I'm suing. So homeschooling's an option. We got to look into charters and possibly private education. But do not trust the public school system out here.
You trust the elections?
I don't trust anything anymore, Joe. I don't trust. I trust people.
It's hard. It's difficult, isn't it?
It is, man. I trust people on my conversations with them and how they treat me and how I treat them. That's it. I trust nothing else outside of what I see and interact with on a day-to-day.
It's nearly impossible to get to the bottom of it.
It is. Wait, that teaser ready yet, guys? Because like that thing that we're working on, just wow. You guys just wait.
We bring all the receipts. You're gonna want to share this for a couple reasons. One of which is we're gonna bring every single one of the receipts, every single one of them, and we're having this interview tomorrow. It's gonna be a fire interview, but let's go ahead and play it.
The Clinton Foundation, Apex Partners, the Islamic Circle of North America, Osama bin Laden, Grameen America, Shore Bank. While all of these might seem as if they're random, unconnected entities, what if in fact they were all connected?
Yeah, it's gonna be a fire interview. We have a couple of people that are going to be joining us over the next couple of weeks that will be directly tied to give us information about what's happening in the government. I thought that I trusted certain people in Trump's circle. I now have a recording of someone inside of Trump's circle that said some really bad things recently, the Judases. It's not uncommon for people to say things, and I wanted to check and make sure it wasn't AI. I was doing these videos, right, to make sure we could verify these things. It's very serious. And then you have people taking credit for Tina, getting out of prison. I'm going to give credit where credit should only be due, and that is President Trump. There's a group of people led by Peter Tickton, and President Trump made it very clear that he wanted Tina Peters out of jail. And we just went through an election system that was absolutely 100% fraudulent. 100% is fraudulent. And so this interview we're going to do tomorrow is directly related to Dominion voting systems.
Yes.
It is directly related to the fraud on the American people that was happening for decades before we even saw it pop up its head in 2020. This has been going on for a long time. They have been working on stealing elections. Yesterday we had an amazing guest on that talked about how you consume lies. Now we're going to be talking about how we put all the pieces together. And I got to do these interrogatories for Eric Coomer's attorney. And he asked me a bunch of questions, one of which is he asked me about my education. And I'm like, yeah, I'm educated. But Patrick, I'm a 51-year-old man. I didn't learn anything in school. And I don't need to have an education to know that Eric Coomer was on that call. They want to create this chaos where you do not look at the things that are right in front of you. They want you to look at all these other things, and they're going to pick the life apart. They're going to pick everything apart. And this is not just me. It has nothing to do with me. It has to do in society. Imagine the fights that you get in, where people are like, oh yeah, well you slept with your wife's sister's best friend, right? I'm going to tell on you now, right? It is that bad. And when they can't, when you're above reproach, they will just lie about you at every end.
Yes, they will. Until they can't anymore.
But we have a society where we can have the FBI director publicize and take down men that have accomplished something of great value. I'm talking about Chauncey Billups. Just arrested for gambling, illegal gambling in the NBA, right?
Yep.
First of all, it's been going on for decades. Now, that has nothing to do with what we're talking about today. Absolutely nothing. But it is proof that they do not want anyone that is not a part of their group to be successful unless they say you're allowed to be successful. Unless they say, okay, we can groom them to a place where we can control them. So there's laws on the books, and they can throw people in jail, and they can take away their livelihood and force you to get an attorney and make you go through the process and use lawfare. For normal people, they can go after Chauncey Billups because Chauncey Billups came from nothing. So they're just destroying him back to nothing. They're just taking everything that he has and level setting the world. Michael Vick, another example. He was dog fighting, right?
Yeah.
He went to prison for it. It ruined his life. Nancy Pelosi go to jail for insider trading?
Nope.
Did Martha Stewart?
She did. She served time, didn't she?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where did Martha Stewart come from? Nothing.
Couldn't tell you. I don't know.
And she was able to make it back. She had to sell her soul to the devil a little bit.
You see who's selling their soul back?
Who's that?
Oh, man. Kanye. Kanye has been meeting with a rabbi. And dude, oh, man, I should have put this in the rundown.
No.
Yes. I have seen clips of Kanye sitting with a rabbi professing his past behaviors.
Professing his behaviors?
I'm sorry, professing his past behaviors, yes.
Think he ran out of money?
Yes.
So it's back in good graces?
I believe so.
All right, let's start here.
Yep, there it is.
We're going to talk about the pipe bomber, but I just wanted you to know that the story that we're diving into, I've been very patient for 5 years. It's been a 5-year patience, amount of patience that would probably weigh on a lot of people. It's definitely weighed on me a little bit. But the J6 bomber, we've been waiting for answers for it for at least almost 5 years. Just a couple months short of 5 years, January 6th.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to show you, so Steve Baker reported this, and he said that it'd be coming out tomorrow. Now, I'm going to read this, and then I'm going to give you my thoughts on it. Update on J6 pipe bomber report. After an abundance of counsel from trusted parties within and outside the government, we've hit the pause button so that those interested parties can now have some more time to look at the J6 pipe bomber evidence. There are things that need to do internally. This is a real story. When it breaks, it's going to be a huge story. There are a lot of moving parts, but we need to give them time to do what they need to do. And I know everyone is waiting. Believe me, tensions are running high. There have been a lot of sleepless nights in the last 2 weeks, but this is a game changer. And we don't want to do anything to jeopardize that right now. I was up at 3:30 a.m. preparing the video clips for the release on the morning's Glenn Beck program. Contrary to what so many ex-complainers will say, this wasn't a hype stunt for views and clicks. And no, the government didn't silence us. Glenn and I both were pretty amped up to put it out there this morning, and we were both very disappointed when the decision to postpone was made. The government investigation into the J6 pipe bomb was going nowhere just 2 weeks ago. Today I can tell you that it has all changed. A bunch of people got pretty spun up yesterday. Hang tight, it's all coming. Okay, so let me tell you what happened, Patrick.
Tell me.
The apparatus of government stepped in.
Mm-hmm.
I have it under good authority that FBI officials, government officials, intelligence officials, all requested that Steve Baker be fired.
And that would kill this?
That would kill this deal. Now the government finally got a conscience after almost 5 years, and it's telling you, Steve Baker's telling you, that at the last minute, the government basically pulled the golden parachute. All right, fine, we'll do something about it. We're not happy about it,
right?
But you can't go on the record. How rotten and evil does our government have to be for that to happen?
Day by day, it keeps showing us, day by day. And it's another, right, just like it's right there. Here's the info. No. right? Here it is. No. Go ahead.
You were on the call with me with the person that we're going to be interviewing tomorrow.
Yep.
Some of this information he's held on to for 5 years. A lot of it I've known. And I said to you 4 or 5 days ago, I go, hey, I want to have this call in the morning with this guy. And you're like, okay. What was your first thought after spending the first hour and a half with him?
This guy knows way too much. He's dangerous. Not to us, but he's dangerous to the system. How he could piece it together for everybody.
You think Dominion is a good company?
No.
Based on what you heard?
No.
Based on what you saw?
No.
You think that the election systems could even possibly be legitimate?
No. Not anymore. Hell no.
So how do we, somebody asked me on a phone call, and look, Patrick, this wasn't your world, right?
No.
Patrick was the dean of a school. He was happy finishing up his education there. I mean, he was a reformed liberal, so we're happy about that. He was on the dark side there for a bit. He had needles hanging out his neck. He liked to go get vaccines all the time.
Easy with that one.
But you know, it's been a paradigm crash for him, I'm sure, because then once you've seen it, you can't unsee it.
No, you can't. And it's
How do you tell your wife about that?
we've had conversations. She doesn't like me going too deep because she gets it, and she's like, "What do we do about it?" And I'm like, "Prepare." Like that's all I tell her, prepare, because like we can go fight, and we're legitimately fighting now. Like we're in the courts.
Yeah.
Like I'm legitimately fighting the best I can.
And they tried to dismiss it and tell you, oh, by the way, we know we violated your rights, but
Oh yeah. Valhalla, Tina's judge said yes. You can get fired for being a proud American.
Yeah.
You don't have free speech. The government can fire you for this. And then Judge Rodriguez dunked on top of that, saying, not only can they fire you, you also needed to admit and acknowledge the fact of what people of color go through and that this country is systemically oppressive. Like these are writings of federal judges. So like, I don't know how we fight through the judiciary because you can't. Like I'm very thankful that I have America First Legal taking my case on, where they are handling the bill, truthfully. So my wife and me can just buckle up and ride it out. But there are so many other people. Eric Holt we've had on. He finally got teamed up with a organization to help him, but that dude was $100,000 plus in debt. Regular people can't fight against the system when they come for you.
they can't. And so
You can't.
we literally have a system. It's a slave system.
You can't turn for help. Yeah, because
Where do you turn? I mean, do you have a place that you can go?
You're supposed to. The way we are structured, if you have a grievance or if you've been wronged,
Right.
the court system is supposed to hear it. But the court system, since I would say 2020, has started to take a position of you don't have standing, you don't have standing, you don't have standing, where they just kick people out that are trying to make claims, just like election fraud. Like states brought charges, brought federal lawsuits saying the elections in states were stolen. Federal judges, nope, you don't have standing. How do they not have standing when it's impacting them? That part I never heard was explained. I never heard an explanation to how judges' rationale, you don't have standing. They did it to me twice, and I lost a job, I lost a career, and the district admitted that they lied to me about why they fired me.
You didn't like your career anyway.
Correct, but I had a steady. All right, let me change. All right,
He's having more fun doing this, just so you know.
I am having fun doing this. I had some good friends at my job that made my job enjoyable.
Yeah.
The kids I actually enjoyed, because the kids really aren't the problem collectively. They're really not. You talk to a kid one-on-one, it's no big deal in the schools. Like, it's really not the kids. The kids aren't and I was a dean. The kids weren't my problem.
The kids are amazing.
They are.
You want the kids to thrive.
Absolutely.
You want to give them an opportunity. I mean, I say this a lot. You want those kids to grow up and outperform you. Good people, that's what you want.
Yes.
But they're not given those tools, are they?
No. And that's why I went into education, because in my history, in my life, statistically, I wasn't supposed to make it either. But I had a couple of good teachers that surrounded me. I had a principal in elementary school that took an interest in me, that got me signed up in a different little league outside of my community, that somehow playing for that little league got me into a high school outside of where I lived that opened the door to go play college baseball, and it just broke the cycle for me.
It was good.
So when I had to figure out what I wanted to do with my life in college, I decided I wanted to go be a teacher, but I wanted to go into teaching to help kids because of what they did for me.
So why didn't you?
I did go into teaching to help kids. Why didn't I what?
Why didn't you stay?
I couldn't. I wasn't allowed to. I was told you're no good at here.
And then when you left, because you were forced out,
They believed I had. They believed that I used
did they blackball you?
Oh yeah, couldn't get it. I applied to about 40 different jobs in the state of Colorado, 40 different jobs in education, teaching social studies, dean work, assistant principal, you name it. I have the credentials for it. Got one phone call from a principal down in Dougco, Sagewood Middle School, I believe it was.
Yeah.
And then the conversation was going great. He actually asked me if I would be willing to possibly jump ship mid-year. And I broke the news to him like, I'm a free agent, dude. I don't have a job right now. And he asked me why, and I said, well...
You told him the truth.
I told him the truth, and then that was the end of it. The conversation went a completely different way. I'll call you back. Never heard from the guy again. So even a good conversation, guy obviously didn't do his research on me when...
You should have said yes. I mean, I'm actually glad you didn't because you're here. But just imagine that they wanted to basically put you out.
Creek?
Yeah, they've done everything they can to...
Oh, yeah.
And this is the same, we had Lori on here, was talking about Cherry Creek High School, or Cherry Creek School District.
Yes, sir.
It used to be the #1 school district out there. They're, by test, they have fallen nearly 60%.
I believe it.
In education standards in the last 10 years. 60%.
Yeah, they have different focus. That's just what it is. And you also, you have people now that are in education. Like I went into education strictly to help kids. What you have now in education is you have other adults that are teachers that went into education not to help kids. They went into education to fight the man.
Yeah.
They went in there with a specific agenda to tool and to train, to groom the younger generation into
they were recruited into that environment.
Yeah.
They were recruited.
Through their colleges.
Okay, so I want you to hear about this person, okay? Now I'm gonna say allegedly right now, but we think we have the pipe bomber. It's been pushed out there. And I think it's probably to give this person a little bit of a head start. I'm gonna say allegedly because it's already on the internet. And if I'm wrong, I would hate to put some pressure on someone that it's not, right? With that said, I can tell you 100% that Steve Baker is under an immense amount of pressure not to do anything, and that the government is gonna try and resolve this without the public knowing anything about it. We are rotted out, folks. We are rotted out to the core. There is no good left in our government structure. There is a President Trump, that wants to do good by us. And there are people inside the government that are disillusioned thinking that they can do well. But I'm gonna talk about a post that I put up earlier after we go through this. But here, let's put this up. This is 5'7" Shawnee Kirkhoff. She's formerly of the Capitol Police, the J6 pipe bomber. We should probably pull this up and tell you a little bit more about this person. Now, this person went straight at it and said Shawnee Kirkhoff is the treasonous Capitol Police officer who planted the pipe bomb on J6 to set up American patriots. This person is 1,000% a leftist. I can confirm that. This person, right after J6, after being recruited and going into either the FBI or the CIA, it remains unknown at this point, wiped all emails, wiped everything. Now, I also want to tell you that Archive, which is Wayback Machine, has now wiped a number of websites and a number of information. I have a list. I have a group that has a list of over 12,000 links that basically are links that prove or are connected to election fraud. Of the 12,000, nearly 3,000 of them have now disappeared. They don't exist on Archive anymore. So it'd be interesting to see what Archive has that they're hiding and why they're hiding this stuff and why under a Trump administration this would be happening. I think we're actively in a coup right now. I'm just saying it, we're in a coup right now. President Trump is in office, he's doing some things. The judges are actually standing against us. I'm not sure, without signing the Insurrection Act and literally getting in a hot battle, I'm not sure that our country is savable. I'm just telling you that right now. Now listen, I will tell you that God is in control of everything. But best I can tell, we are in a massively lawless society, and there is not a whole lot of good left to the structure.
Agreed. And it's changing in about a year. When you say, weren't we so hopeful and optimistic this time?
Yeah, nothing's happened. We're 1 year. We're 1 year in.
Yeah.
And I said this to a friend this morning. I go, is either side happy?
No.
Either side?
No.
I mean, the left thinks that they're not happy, and the right is very unhappy, right? And we're in control right now. How in the world? Let me just put it this way: President Trump is the president of the United States. Tells Congress, do the filibuster, break the filibuster, and they're like, no, we're not going to do it.
Yep.
President Trump says, hey, pass some comprehensive reform on elections. Do you know how much has been passed? Nothing. He puts out an executive order. He goes to put out another executive order. We focus in on what's happening in foreign countries because President Trump can go over there and solve that. He's dealing with village idiots. He's dealing with people in government, different structures, and he still has the ability to tip the scale with entitlements and with tariffs, but he can do nothing in the United States. He can't get a woman out of prison who got sentenced to 9.5 years for uncovering election fraud. But you know what can happen? A woman can be dragged underneath a car to her death, the man be charged with murder, and he be just released less than a month later, saying, oh, he's incompetent to stand trial, but let him keep his driver's license and let him just roam freely amongst us.
Yep.
That happened in Colorado. That's how crooked our system is. And so he has no control over it. I don't think anyone does. I think we live in a society right now that is largely controlled by demons. And it is going to take something really hot to get it under control. But in the meantime, we think we found the pipe bomber. We, meaning Steve Baker. Let's put up the second one. This is Shawnee Kirkhoff. And let's go ahead and click on that second link, if we would, while we're going through this. A third one, sorry, the one below it. Just click over, there you go. The grenaders who fired on the crowd from the crow's nest outcropping during the first hour included training officer Shawnee Kirkhoff, Sergeant Adam DeCamp, and Sergeant Gary Spiffik. So there she was, shooting people in a riot. Look, by the way, if you shoot stuff like that at people in a riot, you will agitate the crowd. That was the intent.
She had a busy day. Dropped the pipe bomb off in the morning.
Yeah.
And then you get to the Capitol and start suppressing fire. That's a busy day. I could see how they could move her quickly into. She did the dirty work that day. Hey, here's your reward.
And then went in straight into the intelligence.
Yep. Boom. Fast riser.
When I said before, I'm not sure that I can stay in this country. I'm actually more and more. Look, I feel like things are moving. I don't want to be, but there's no 5D chess. I can talk about what Marjorie Taylor Greene said. She goes, I got sucked into the internet and thought QAnon was a real thing.
A lot of people did.
And look, if you believe in QAnon, the government ops will often tell you things that have 80% true because they want to be able to mule the other 20%. But the ink's dry. I mean, think about what the Republicans are doing right now to stop this what's happening in our country. What are they doing?
Nothing. Fighting the president.
So
he's powerless. He's a powerless president internally. Like, he can't do anything.
He's a powerless president with Republicans.
Yeah. Why?
And they're, and yet we go after Chauncey Billups. Look, I don't want to be Captain Obvious to you. I want you to do your own research. I am 100%. I've just given it up to God at this point, because you can't win the fight against the devil without God. But I look at the things that are being said and done, and Nancy Pelosi then just sailing off into the sunset. If we don't sign the Insurrection Act, we're finished. And if we don't start standing up, and I don't care if we have to stand up against police officers, I don't care if we have to stand up against, I could care less who we have to stand up against. I could care less if I lose my life in it, right? There's something
Alert
bigger.
from power, E-Trade.
Oh, there we go. I mean, I know you have a 3-year-old. How does that make you feel, knowing that we could be heading that direction?
It gets me every day. Like, I love my boy. I want him to grow up in a country that I know can be great. I don't want him walking around with a fucking target on his chest because he's a white male. I don't want that. And that's where we're going.
How does it make you feel?
Angry, sad, all wrapped up into one.
He was born, you were blessed with this beautiful child.
Greatest thing I ever saw was him. Greatest thing I ever saw was him. I could still picture him. Like, I was behind the curtain. They said, all right, he's out. And I could still picture him crying. Like, we got a boy. Like, I love that kid so much. And it breaks my heart knowing where this society's going and what he's going to be left with after I'm gone, not to protect him anymore. The only way I can protect this kid is to fight to the best I can, instill in him the values that I believe will make him successful in life, and then leave that up to God. But we cannot have this country go the way it's going. And it's just heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. Sorry, it's just...
No, look, it's real. It's the consequences are real.
It is. It is. Little kid that's never heard a fly. Nah, he's killed his flies and ants. But he has no hatred or anything in his heart.
But he has white privilege and he should have white guilt.
He has 2 parents that love him. That's his privilege. But yes, society will look at him and see him that way.
How do you feel about that?
I think it's disgusting. I think it's completely off base, completely wrong. And the only time kids actually feel that type of way is when they're taught to feel that way.
Yeah.
And that's occurring in the schools.
So do you think he might grow up hating black people because they treat him badly?
No, man, yo, his friends on the block are black neighbors. It's the best thing ever.
And they're probably awesome.
They are.
Do they make you wear a white privilege shirt at all?
No.
You sure?
No, I'm pretty sure. We had, like, our backyard neighbors, adjoining backyards, they have a 3-year-old son. He was born a day after Colton was, so they're the same age. And they have 2 daughters, 9 and 7. And they come to our house now, and they did it this weekend. I was home with him. He was napping. They rang the doorbell. I'm like, who the hell's ringing my doorbell? The kid's sleeping. Run to the front door. It's the family asking if my kid can come play with them. I'm like, he can't, guys, he's sleeping, but we'll be around later. But yeah, legitimately, yeah. And they have another friend down the block that's Indian. She was with them. So they all came to my house to ask my boy to go play with them because we play with them and we hang out with them and we all get along.
You think if they know that you fought against DEI, they'd still be your friend?
They do, because my backyard neighbor knows my story. My backyard neighbor is also a teacher in the district, and she is sick to her stomach what happened to me.
I say this because I think it's important for people to understand that we think we're fighting against Democrats. You think you're fighting against black people. You're not. You're fighting against demons, mostly white liberals that have built organizations and taken this money and used it against entire communities. That's the truth. Man, It's so hard for me to talk about these droughts, these deserts. You were a teacher. You could see it. If it was any clearer, you could see it. When you're in education, you know the difference between a good school and a bad school. You know the difference between a good teacher and a bad teacher. You can see it, right?
Yes.
And you try to get rid of the bad teachers, right?
You're supposed to.
And then you have your eye, though, on those ones that you know you're like, oh, you're one of those. You're weirdos. I keep my eye on you, right? But you try to do so very subtly. But it's not hard to get your test scores back, and there's 40 schools on it, let's say, and you're at the top of the schools, and you look down there, and the disparity between the haves and the have-nots is dramatic. And you, if you were looking at a map, you could go and just say, Globeville. You could pick areas of Denver that you know they're at the top bottom.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, if this was a poly-market deal, you would hit it every time. Those kids don't have opportunity, they don't have education, and they don't have food. They have those deserts. But they're run by the same people that are telling them that it's you that did it.
Correct. Correct. 100%. Yeah. If you look anywhere across the board, go DPS, go APS, right? Keep it local. Those districts have not scored well for years and years and years, and it has nothing to do with white teachers. Predominantly, the teachers in the building are white liberal women. So the argument now is that because of the systemic oppression within the school systems, which happen to be run by white liberal women, it's the craziest dynamic that they blame the white male who's not in the school system. White males out here don't dominate the funding to the school system or do anything towards the school system. But you need a blame. The blame needs to be put on somewhere, and you can't put it back onto the society.
So it's like this.
It's the blame game.
I'm over here taking everything from your community, and I'm going to say, Patrick, it was you. You took it as you're holding your shekels to your thing, and I'm shoving the cookies in your mouth. I didn't take the cookies. Patrick took the cookies.
Yeah, no.
Right?
Yeah. These districts enrich themselves. I would love to see these districts get fully audited about all the money that they misspend and misuse on different initiatives instead of just getting the kids the basic educational helps they need or alternative to education that they need, having different vocational opportunities for kids, having maybe AI training camps now for kids, getting them plugged in different ways to break the cycle of this isn't working, you're 18, you're out of school, now you're a dredge on society, right? But no, they get millions of dollars every year. Another increase out here in Colorado. They get their federal... Two increases. And federally, they still get their money. President Trump, if they're doing DEI, I'm pretty sure he should be pulling their federal money based on your EO.
He should be pulling all of it.
He hasn't. They still have their funding.
What did I just tell you? We're captured. Republicans and the Democrats alike. Doge lasts for what, 3 months?
Yeah. Elon Musk had like a 90-day contract.
Yeah, so the 90-day contract goes in, does the work that's necessary, comes out, they're still spending the same amount of money, and the ticker for the debt's still going up.
Yeah.
So nothing changed.
Nope.
You think Elon figured out that nothing was going to change?
I think so. I think he got extremely frustrated within the system.
And he's like, I put everything at risk for this.
Mm-hmm.
You think he knows the elections are stolen?
I think he knows everything. This guy, I believe.
Yeah,
so
I
yes.
agree with you.
I think he knows. I think he knows where the bodies are buried. I think he's a danger to them because I think he legitimately either he knows it through communication and talking, or his computers and his spiders getting all the stuff within Doge. The guy knows everything. I'm convinced.
So I'm going to do a little further in this pipe bomber because I want to just tell you who this person is. But you know, we keep getting away from it because the real world is who we are. The real world is Patrick's neighbors. The real world is my neighbors. I'm friends with all my neighbors, all of them. Democrat, Republican, friends with all of them. I mean, one of my best friends is a married, gay, Jewish father of 2, right?
Yeah.
I could care less. I want to love on my neighbors because it does say biblically to love your neighbors, not to judge them, so I'll do that, no problem, right?
Man of the people.
And then if you come from my family, though, then we got problems. But let's talk about this Shawnee Kirkhoff. Let's go ahead and play cut 2.
All right, new information this morning out of the January 6th pipe bomber case. I've got a lot to go over. I've got a little bit of time to do it in. This is my 2 cents in 2 minutes. Let's go. All the names and sources online are pointing back to the January 6th pipe bomber being none other than Shawnee Kirkhoff, as seen on screen. And who is Shawnee Kirkhoff? Well, let's talk about that. On January 6th, 2021, Shawnee Kirkhoff was employed by none other than the United States Capitol Police. Not only did she allegedly lay that pipe bomb, but the next day shot us with pepper balls. She attacked us, attacked the crowd. And to add insult to injury, she also took the stand in people like Guy Reffitt's case and told lies, obviously, and used false information in order to convict men like Guy Reffitt and send him to prison for 7 to 8 years. So you lay a pipe bomb, you declare a riot, you attack us, you call us terrorists, you break down our homes, you break up our families, you cause us all sorts of financial and mental distress, and then you get on the stand, testify against us, and then get away scot-free? America, is this what we're going to allow to happen? I am calling on you, as am I. I'm going to be posting about it like crazy and calling about it. But let's call on our elected officials and our judges and our people in power, the sheriffs, our law enforcement, to do something about this, because this is not right. That's my 2 cents in 2 minutes.
Respect.
Yeah, so let's just let's recap the 2 minutes. Placed a pipe bomb, showed up at J6th, shot into the crowd at Americans that were there to redress their grievances, then testified against those Americans to make them go to prison in a gulag that's not fit for rats. If you were looking at this from the outside, does this sound like the United States of America?
Oh, from the outside. Well, from the inside, that sounds about right. Well, you've got the last part. You got that promotion too.
She's got a promotion to an intelligence community.
Yeah. So if I'm looking at it on the inside of America, I'm like, yeah, that's about right. If I'm the outside, like, America got some problems, and I think the world's seen it. I think the world
sees it a lot better than we do, and frankly, we're on the inside. We are the rat, or we are the frog in the boiling pot.
Yeah.
So to speak. I'm going to make a prediction. Tell me if you think I'm right. She never sees a day of jail. I know that the FBI knew that Steve Baker had this information. I know the FBI knew and tried to have Steve Baker fired. I know for a fact that Dan Bongino and Kardashian Patel knew about it, which tells me that the American people are nothing but useful idiots. Our only job is to go make money and give it back to them. Our overlords, our slave masters. You think I'm wrong?
No.
How does it make you feel to be a slave?
Demoralizing. It's demoralizing knowing that no matter what you try to do, fix the system, things just that are just so blatantly in your face, that just get swept away, done away with, right? Charlie Kirk assassination. There is a lot of chatter online of different things that the FBI just doesn't choose to address. If the more you silence people, the more you choose not to address their concerns, the angrier people are going to get, and there is no course of redress. We are going to bubble over and explode.
I think we're there.
So what's going to light it? We're not there yet because we're not in the streets. Something has to light it. There's going to have to be one more. There has
Charlie
to be
Kirk
something.
got murdered.
I know. And we're still not in the streets.
I think you were in a delayed reaction to that. I think we are. Look, I'm done getting really pissed off. I'm done.
See, I get pissed every day, man.
Yeah, but you can't. You gotta lay it aside, man. It'll eat you alive. I mean, that thing inside of you.
Yeah.
There's these depositions that go on with with Coomer and his lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't attended one of them. Not one of them. I'm not a part of it. You want to interview whatever you want. I don't care. What do I care? I don't care. You've done your part. You've taken your pound of flesh off me every day. Now I'm in battle mode. One way or another, I will get my vengeance. I will be the one to deliver. I pray to God that he gives me the permission to deliver the vengeance. But I mean, I'm already at that place.
You're past the anger phase.
I'm past the anger phase. I'm now at I want blood.
But you're not angry. You're cool and calculated
I'm cool.
about it.
I'm so cool and calculated.
Yeah.
And when
how long did it take? Can I ask you how long it took you to get there?
4 years.
That's a long time, man.
4 years.
Okay.
It took 4 years.
Okay.
It took 4 years. So let me just tell you a secret. And about me. I'll tell everyone a secret about me. When I was a kid, you've heard me say it, I've said it on the show, that I can tell you that the probability of you walking from there to the door, falling over, dying, right? Is that my whole mind is a calculus. It's constantly doing all this information overload.
Okay.
It makes me kind of a retard. You've seen me do it probably 100 times, where I'm like, this is what's going to happen next, so just do this, and you're like, how the hell did he know that? Now, Austin definitely has seen this before with my daughter, and I'll say, look, we're going to do it this way, and this is how I want you to handle it. And they're like, yeah, and I'm like, don't deviate from that, do it exactly that way, tell me what the outcome is. And they come back and they're like, I cannot believe that worked.
Math is math, right?
Yeah, so when I close my eyes, I see numbers.
Like Rain Man?
Yeah, so let me explain to you. It's not like Rain Man at all. When there's a problem to be solved, you'll see me do it here. I'll just close my eyes. In the inside of my eyes, I see bright neon numbers over and over and over again. When I was younger, I thought I was a weirdo. I don't know what it's called. But I mean, my wife used to say to me, are you counting? I'm like, yeah, I'm counting. So I'll just close my eyes. And it's not like I see them every time I close my eyes. It's only when I'm working a problem, right?
Okay.
So really, I'm kind of a weirdo, right? I get it, I'm a weirdo. But I can look at something and then I'll close my eyes and I'll be like, and I'll be right back on it, and I know exactly how to solve the problem. So when I tell you that I'm a little bit of a retard and that I can see things, see dead people, it's true. But it's all because of this thing. I don't know what it's called. Weirdoness?
ESP?
No. Because I don't see, it's not like somebody comes, oh, this is what happened.
But you're getting a vision to solve something.
No, I don't. I absolutely do not.
No.
I don't get a vision for shit.
You see the numbers, but you know, but when you come to, you know what you're gonna do.
And I have no idea how the numbers correlate to solving the problem. It's just when I open my eyes, I know how to solve the problem.
That's crazy.
It's a weirdo thing.
That's a great gift, I think.
It's weird. Austin's like, close this door before he tells me how, like it's from walking from here to the door. Yeah, so it's a weird thing because what happens is that I get ahead of myself. I will get ahead of myself and tell you what's going to happen in 2 weeks or 4 weeks or 5 weeks, and then I just build the road to get there. That make sense?
I gotcha.
But for 4 years, I didn't react to the problem. I just was angry because I gave up so much. And then I watched how they reacted. Like, they had all the information. They had all the information in 2020. We could have never had Biden. I saw it. Look, they had groups of people. They had groups of men that they took me up into this hotel room, and there is NSA, there is CIA, DIS. I mean, you name it. They were all in there. People took their time off just to get in there and look at the data. And I walked in, deep dump with this like retard look on my face, like, all right, here's how they did it. I played a thing on the TV I always get them mixed up. Who's the guy that invented the internet?
Oh, I don't know that. Austin?
The guy that said he invented the internet. He ran for office, but really super smart, right? So I'm on the thing with him, and I said, okay, here's how they did it. He goes, how did you get that information? Even the NSA guys were like, let me show you something. And I would look at it and I was like, oh, that checks. And they had these charts that talked about, because I know a lot about Dominion, a lot about ES&S, I read all the manuals, went through the FAQs, all the documents for the request for proposals, RFQs, RFAs. And so I'd go through all this stuff and I'd kind of put it together and I'm like, oh shit, this is how they stole the elections, right? But these guys were looking at X's and O's. They were looking at information and they were like, yeah, we have it. So I knew they had it. So I was confident that they were going to do the right thing. Is that what happened?
Nope.
So then I felt like I had been used. People were really upset. I almost felt like this can't be happening. Like, how in the world is it that we have all this information? And then I use Patrick Byrne as an example, the information out of the case for Dominion, right? Out of Washington, D.C. He gets a treasure trove of information that probably should put everyone in prison, right?
No one goes anywhere.
No. What do you think happened to the information?
Swept under the rug? Destroyed?
No, worse than that. The judge puts a protective order over it and won't let the public have access to it.
Oh. Well, another lever they pull.
Right?
Hey, I'm seeing that it was Tim Berners-Lee.
Tim what?
Tim Berners-Lee was one of the original pioneers of the internet.
It's not. I'm sorry, email, not the internet.
Oh, okay.
Did I say internet? Oh, sorry. I screwed up. I meant email. Yeah. I forget what his name is. Vindesh. He's an Indian dude. He probably made it up too. Most Indians do. Oh, that was bad.
Roy Tomlinson?
What?
Ray Tomlinson? Does that sound right?
No. He's
Shiva Ayudhari.
Yeah, Shiva. Shiva,
there it
that's
is.
He's gonna get mad at me. Look, I got lots of Indian friends, right? And I make fun of them too. Like, are they gonna call me up, try to scam me out of $50? It's not my fault every time I get a phone call from someone that tells me it's the IRS. It's some Indian person asking me to go buy a gift card from Best Buy. Not my fault, right? Not saying you're all there, but it's kind of.
I got an Indian neighbor.
Yeah, we have Indian people that work here, and I make fun of them too. Like, don't call me for a Best Buy card.
Well,
Do not redeem.
Do not redeem. You cannot redeem it. You must read me the number. Get over here. Oh, that's totally terrible. They're going to get mad at me for doing that. So, I mean, I guess what I'm saying is that you'd expect that your case would go further because there's an ethical thing that happened. Your case.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We would have expected that in Mike Lindell's case that they wouldn't have put in eliminate evidence that the jury wasn't allowed to hear. That would be expected. You'd want the jury to hear all the evidence, and you wouldn't want the judge to put their finger on the scales of justice.
Correct.
You would expect that someone that runs over a mother in a McDonald's parking lot wouldn't be let back on the street and letting that woman die in vain.
Nope, wouldn't expect that.
You would expect that when you come up with and have someone like Tina Peters uncover all this fraud, you have these 3 reports by people who are experts, cyber experts, that they would not try to do everything they can to discredit her. They would investigate that information and use someone other than Dominion in order to look into it, correct?
Yes.
All right, so when all of those things fail, everything fails over and over and over again, that means that the American people are the enemy. Democrat or Republican, they get to pick losers and winners. They basically get to decide who is and is not. But both sides have to be complicit in order for that to happen.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
No. How are they all tied together with? What ties them all together?
Well, I think you have to have somebody, you have to figure out who's the one pulling the lever. Who's the hirers? We're throwing a bunch of people out of the country right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have this whole thing where we're getting rid of people in the country.
Yeah.
They've already served their purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it.
I'm hearing you.
We get rid of 20 million illegals. Let's say we kick out all 20 million illegals. It doesn't matter. You don't have any apparatuses left. The left and the right are all in it together. We don't need 20 million people here anymore. They're not going to be able to work anyway, and we don't want to feed them. We want people to die off naturally. And if you really want to get rid of white people, get rid of all the people in the country. Now, this is me. I mean, I'm almost QAnoning you guys. But the left and the right can do all the same thing. This is me closing my eyes and looking at it and going, holy crap. They don't need the 20 million people to vote anymore. Now they got the machines, the mail-in ballots. They got the left and the right. They won't do anything to open the government. They create a narrative, and then you think it was just because the Democrats were pissed off and the Republicans were pissed off, so they voted for a Mamdani. And 20 years earlier, we just had the conversation about who ran planes into the World Trade Center, killed 2,974 Americans.
You make me real depressed sometimes.
This
man.
isn't depressed.
It's reality.
So the truth should never depress you.
No, it's reality.
That's why I said it took me 4 years. Right? But at the end of the 4 years, you'd say, well, Joe, then you're really upset. I'm not upset at all. I'm reserved to the fact that we are in for a battle, and you have a family to protect. I got a family to protect. But there's a reality to what I'm saying.
There is.
It's hard to ignore. And no matter where you turn and who goes and fights, there's winners and losers in a court, but they get to decide who the winners and losers are. They get to decide how they use the media. The media could cover one and go after the fact that, and I should probably address this. There's stuff out there that says that I sued Mike Lindell. No, I did not, actually. That's absolutely not true. But he did get sued for money that he owed.
Okay.
Right? So it happened. Everybody's like, oh, Joe's eating his own by going after Mike Lindell. You don't borrow $6 million and not pay it back. You could pay back $5 a month, $10. You could do something.
Yeah.
But if you don't pay back anything, what do you expect? What is this, charity for the rich guy? No, I'm out.
Stiffen you with the bill.
Yeah, I'm out. So I say no comment. But for those people that say that, oh, I thought we all stick together to what? I was a useful idiot for nearly 5 years. And now I get it. Now I get it, the fact that I'm a useful idiot. I'm an idiot for believing that people were actually good people, right? And now I just came to the reckless realization that both sides are dog shit. And the people that become the victims are the people. We get to be the victims. The reason why there's no education in Aurora and Denver and all these places is because they don't want those people smart. They want them tired and angry and entitled. They want them all those things. Why? Because then you can just have them go and do the biddings for the good people and kill off the good people. And then when you're done with them, you just kill them off too, or throw them in jail. Change the rules on them.
Yeah.
Say, oh yeah, we were not throwing you in jail because we wanted you to hurt people. Now we're going to throw you in jail, get rid of you. And we might just kill you off there, either inject you with a bunch of shit. That's the reality.
Ooh.
How about that?
Yeah, makes sense.
Tomorrow we have the thing with...
Yeah, we do.
Right? And what's going to happen in that? You're going to see it, and it's all connected.
And we're going to be doing a series with him.
Yeah, it's a total series.
There's going to be multiple episodes just because of how deep it is.
I mean, you have someone in the GOP that's down in Georgia that ran to run the GOP down in Georgia that's directly connected to one of the top terrorists overseas.
Yep.
You have the DNC and the Clinton Foundation tied to the Muslim Brotherhood, tied to, I mean, it's all tied. And in the middle of this is the CIA and Dominion Voting Systems and Roaming Networks and Huawei and all these different companies. They're all tied. They're all in on together, and it's all about money.
Yes, it is. Money, power. Money and power. And we're just stuck in the endless loop of chasing our tail.
Yeah. Well, let's look at this, shall we? Can we look at something real quick?
Anything?
I want to just show you something of this. This is officers making arrests outside an ICE detention center in Broadview, Illinois. They're holding a sit-in. Let's go play it.
Got some new video. This is Broadview, Illinois, and Friday morning has been the time when, well, you get scenes like this. Officers arresting anti-ICE protesters appear to be holding a sit-in, obviously, here. This is outside the ICE facility. It's been going on for some time. You're about 25 minutes due west of Chicago. Our reporter, Mike Tobin, is there all day, and we'll check in with him as these events unfold there.
Check the demographics of that circle.
All white liberals.
Yep. And no one's got to go to work on a Friday morning either.
They don't, because they're paid protesters.
Uh-huh.
Where do you think the people don't just show up? And you can't, but just do this. We traced everything back to Act Blue and to Win Red, right? Both sides. Billions of dollars. Who got arrested?
No one that I know of. No big names that I know of.
You see what happens on both sides. We have the GOP fighting with each other. We got a bunch of people that are just getting paid in order to create havoc. Who got arrested? What happened to Act Blue? Oh, that's right. It's still collecting on the average of $1 billion a month. Billion.
Wow.
With a B. All right.
Yeah, nothing gets done.
How many times have you asked AI a question and it spits out an answer and you're like, that's not true?
More often than not.
And here's what it relies on. It relies on the New York Times. It relies on all these different news outlets. So the weighted average of all that information has nothing to do with evidence. But Elon Musk was asked about long term. And, this is why we've been working on AI on our side. And by the way, this is why I've thought about, I need to leave the country. I need to take my intelligence somewhere else. And I feel like, and I'm saying that to you, to help work the problem with me, help me understand this. But it's very difficult to look at what's happening with AI and in this country, knowing what I know now, and not be disenfranchised with the fact that we are captured. We're slaves. Here's what Elon had to say.
Today, you've mentioned, though, that in a post-scarcity world, the role of money could diminish or become obsolete. Given that much of today's power, including yours, is tied to wealth, do you think achieving this abundance would require powerful people to relinquish their power? And how might we address resistance from those who hold power to make this vision a reality?
Well, I think actually, long term, the AI is going to be in charge, to be totally frank, not humans. If artificial intelligence vastly exceeds the sum of human intelligence, it is difficult to imagine that any humans will actually be in charge. So we just need to make sure the AI is friendly. Yep.
Thank you.
Was that the question? Go ahead, sure.
AI would have been programmed by people.
Yes.
And people are inherently sinners. You think AI is going to be good?
Depends who uses it and how you use it.
And I want to be very clear. What we have right now is not AI. You think it's AI?
Yes, and well, it's the beginning of AI.
No.
No. So the prompting and all that,
Nope.
That's not AI.
Nope.
Okay. What's going to be AI?
That's not AI at all. AI is what?
Artificial intelligence.
Which means it has the ability to do what?
Think on its own.
Right. Does it think on its own?
I tell it to think, so no.
You tell it no, and it's like, oh, and it gives you the same answers. And you could say something about a tranny or say something about a gay person, and it'll be like, oh, you can't, you have to be nice.
Yep, it shuts you down.
So
Yep.
AI wouldn't do that. AI would go through it and be like, all right, well, let me think about that for a minute. And then it would put all the pieces together and say, hey, listen, go back to the Bible and tell me what should happen if you did this. And AI won't tell you those things. Or machine learning won't tell you that. AI would. So machine learning is not the same thing as AI. Now, AI will use machine learning in order to get started, like a kickstart. But once it gets out on its own, here's how I know this to be true. The 2 times that they let AI do what AI does, right? Just neurally process what's happening to it. It came back with some wacky shit, right?
Tell me about it.
It came back with stuff, it must be you.
Sorry.
It came back with stuff that was true. It would talk about what's happening in Israel. And look, it would talk about Zionism and who's behind blowing up buildings and the fact that buildings don't just free fall over and over and over again. Some might. One might fall. Guys, just so you know, one of the trade centers might have fallen. True story. 2 might have. 4? Building 7? Would that fall? I mean,
By itself, it came down.
let me break something for you. Let me break your mind for you for a minute. Did we go to the moon?
We were taught we went to the moon.
We were.
We were taught we went to the moon. I question that now at 42 years, going to be 42 next month. That I'm questioning what I believed to be true when I was 10. Yeah, I'm questioning whether we went there or not.
Does anybody on here believe we went to the moon? And now, by the way, they explain it by saying this. We went to the moon, but then we simulated that we went to the moon so that you could experience what it was like to go to the moon.
Oh.
That's what they just said.
Huh. So they're admitting that we didn't get there? Kinda?
No, they said that we went there. But they had to simulate it so that they wanted people to see what it was like when they went to the moon.
Yeah.
Do you believe that?
No, I don't believe shit anymore, man.
Does anybody believe that we went to the moon?
I do not believe it anymore.
All right, I'm here to tell you we did not go to the moon. We did not go to the moon. We did not go to the moon. It would take 6 refuels today to go to the moon. So you're telling me with a paper mache capsule, we floated down to the moon, jumped around, made it look like very unnatural, and these big suits, right? We did all that. We did that 60 plus years ago. We did it. We did it. Yeah, we did it. But we can't go today.
Yeah, how's that possible? Yeah.
You have serious doubts that we went to the moon, Chris. Chris, we did not go to the moon. I'm telling everyone right here, right now. Let me work the problem to close my eyes. Whoop, there it goes. Right. I'm going to open my eyes. You know, I solved the problem. Wake up! We did not go to the moon. We absolutely did not go to the moon. There's no part of us that went to the moon. Now, once you understand that we did not go to the moon, and once you understand that all these people like Scott Pressler and all this stuff work for Central Casting, and once you see that they can't catch a pipe bomber, and once you have seen what I saw with people like John Eastman, I mean really smart people, who then they took one of the smartest constitutional attorneys in the world and they disbarred him. Once you see that he's still disbarred, and then you saw the elections on Prop 50, and you saw the elections in New Jersey with 35% increase in ballots. When you see what they did with Mamdani, which he has to get over 50% or there's a runoff election, right?
Yeah.
True story. What did he get? 50.2%.
It's just over 50%. Yeah.
And when we look at it and we go, oh yeah, it's okay, it's a real election. Oh, it's a real, he had to get 50.2. Or you gotta do a runoff. You gotta get 50% of the vote or you cannot go forward. But we went to the moon. No, just stop it. Stop talking to me. And you said it. You said, you know, Elon Musk knows. You know what, Elon? You do know, damn it.
He knows. He knows everything.
Now, Chris, I'm kind of a rocket scientist, mind you. I know. Now, let me ask you a question, Chris, because I know you were in this space. Did we go to the moon? The D-Mac, Joe is finally wrong on one thing. No, D-Mac, bro, you need some help, bro. We did not go to the moon. We did not go to the moon. And if we did go to the moon, it's because the moon is some sort of alien space station and they decided to take us back because they felt sorry for us. We did not go to the moon. No, D-Mac, you're wrong. We did not go to the moon, not go to the moon, not go to the moon. We did not go to the moon. Totally off subject. Can we also do something else? You want to see a paradigm crash?
Sure.
Do we have the stuff with Yi? Do we have Yi stuff?
Oh, the Yi video? No, I did not put it in there today.
Aerospace engineer here, D-Mac. Listen to me, bro. I'm gonna hug you. I am actually gonna go to breakfast with you because I want to show you some stuff. We did not go to the moon. We did not go to the moon. We did not go to the moon. Yeah.
You're talking about the Yi video with the new aircraft carrier? Is that what you're talking
No,
about?
I'm talking about the Yi video of him sitting there holding hands with.
Oh, I dropped
the
it.
rabbi.
I dropped it in Signal. I dropped
Yeah.
it in Signal.
Montreal says, but they brought back moon rocks, Joe. And by the way, you could buy moon rocks back in the day, right? So how many moon rocks did they bring back? Because I think everyone, when they were a kid, their parent was like, I have a moon rock.
I wasn't around for that then.
They brought, like, hey, D-Mac, we can fight over the pancakes. Absolutely, D-Mac, send me a thing. We're gonna go. You know what? I actually was gonna love this because I'm gonna be like, listen, bro, listen. We did not go to the moon. We did not go to the moon. We did not go to the moon. Two things can be true at the same time. I'm a retard, as in how I come up with stuff, and we didn't go to the moon. All right, can we play the Yee deal? You guys got to see this. Okay. Well, while you're doing that, then let's see this for the Prop 50. This is pretty amazing. Yeah, the free, fair elections. Just just nothing to see here. Droids, go play it.
As a routine cleanup of a homeless encampment near Alder Creek and Mayhew Roads in Sacramento County quickly turned into a criminal investigation after deputies made a surprising discovery.
Just hundreds of items of stolen mail, but more alarming were roughly 100 pieces of voting material.
Deputies found unvoted ballots for the statewide special election scattered across the site.
We obviously saw the urgency, grabbed all those items first, got the ballots and stuff returned to the voter registration.
Where election officials say the ballots were voided.
They won't count for anything.
The county's Department of Voter Registration and Elections told KCRA3 new ballots will be sent to affected voters on Thursday. Now investigators are working to find out who's responsible.
It's a big deal and it's an undertaking, so this is something that will work in conjunction with the post office as well.
When deputies arrived, everyone at the camp was already gone, so investigators are gathering evidence.
Go through cameras, go through everything, find out who is there. It's going to take a lot of back tracing.
Sergeant Gandhi says the goal is to protect the integrity of every vote.
Whether it's mail-in or some other method, make sure you're taking the steps to track it and making sure your vote counts.
In Sacramento County, Carolina Estrada, KCRA3 News.
The sheriff's office says
you got Gandhi, that's now the investigator. You got that is the reporter, and then you got another reporter that's from Pakistan. I mean, this is normal America.
Yes, it is.
Because you can't have white people anymore.
No.
Yeah, and you wonder why we're degrading ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
It's because we fail to see that people should be judged by the character by the content of the character, not by the color of their skin. You got Yee? Okay, guys, you need to see this. Yee.
I feel really blessed to be able to sit here with you today and just take accountability. I was dealing with some various issues, dealing with bipolar also. So it would take the ideas I had and have me take them to an extreme where I would forget about the protection of the people around me and myself. So I wanted to come and take accountability. Sometimes people aren't that knowledgeable about the bipolar and the cause or what causes it and the way you act when you have this disease. So it's like if you left the house and you left your kid at the house and your kid went and messed up the kitchen and messed up the garage and messed up the living room. Now when you get back, it's your responsibility because that's your child. And that's the way I look at it. It's like I gotta go clean up the kitchen, I gotta clean up the living room, I gotta clean up the garage. Yeah, and it's a big deal for me as a man to come and take accountability for all the things that I've said, and I really just appreciate you embracing me with open arms and allowing me to make amends. And this is the beginning and the first steps and the first brick by brick to build back the strong walls.
Say się jadut grabaj se de judaism I na l'olam
Judaism brought to the world a way for someone when he regret about something that he has done wrong. And the Jews live on this way of if someone did something wrong, he can regret and fix it. And the rabbi is hugging you and hugging everybody. And God willing, and from now on, strong things and good things, and only good. You are a very good man.
Amen. That's the best, man. Yeah,
So I just want you to know that that rabbi that he was sitting with went to jail in Israel for a charity fraud cover-up.
Oh, beautiful. 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 But yeah, he's bankrupt probably. Gotta get back into the better graces. So yeah. Whew, man. I saw that video earlier today and I'm like, wow, we are here. We are here.
I think that it's I don't know. He would have done that himself. He would have put it out himself. He wouldn't have. I'm still trying to figure this out. No, he reposted it. And you can look it up if you want to. Rabbi Yoshiyaha Yosef Pinto went to jail for fraud. Yeah. In Israel for charity fraud. And he's sitting with him. Look, I actually don't. I think you have to separate the synagogue of Satan from Jewish people, frankly. But they got a lot of bad people in the house.
They do.
And when we talk about churches, Mel Gibson talked about that too. Like by the way, I have my my acceptance in the candidacy for the Catholic Church on Sunday.
Congratulations.
It's gonna be a big deal. So Mel Gibson had this to say about the Catholic Church. This is pretty interesting. Go play it.
And how are we supposed to know the good guys from the bad guys? Well, we were given a standard by which to judge them. You know, by their fruits, you'll know them. By their fruits. Anybody seen any good fruit lately? Well, it's tough. And look, I'm a pretty sinful guy. I mean, I'm as venal as the next guy. But I know the difference between a shepherd and a hireling. And I think that the vast majority of these bishops are just a bunch of hirelings, you know. And my question is, you know, like, who's hiring them? I don't think it's Jesus. Is it Francis? Who's hiring Francis? Is it Pachamama? I mean, I think you need to look at the whole institution. And, you know, I'll quote Archbishop Vigano again in saying that he believes that there was a parallel counterfeit church set up to eclipse the real one. He's suggesting usurpation or an inside job. It seems that way. Anyway, of course we know the gates of hell will not prevail against it. You know, the victory is God's, not ours. And
what are your thoughts?
Everything's an inside job, it seems like.
I mean, I just told you about everything else, and you're experiencing it firsthand. You're a good man. You have a beautiful boy. You have a beautiful wife. You wanted to serve these kids. You had spent 17 years in that world doing good work. And they just dismissed you as if you didn't exist.
Yeah.
So now you see all this other stuff that's happening, and Yi that is confessing to a felon rabbi. I mean, is it getting more kabuki theater than this, or what's?
There's more stuff in the show, man. Just wait. There is a lot of other stuff. What's going on in society, there's nowhere to turn, there's nowhere to look for anything that's real. Even the church is compromised. You know?
Okay, so let me just tell you how crazy it is. Illegals voting in our elections in America, so people can come here and just take what they want. You don't need an ID. I mean, we're a captured society that is being run by demons. And at the very top, they have rules. You can't go into a Capitol with a gun. You can't do anything. You get 2 minutes to speak, slave.
Yep.
When you go to a town council meeting, you get 2 minutes to speak, slave. Go sit down, slave. We're going to teach your kid whatever we want, slave. You know, I put this post out there. I wanted to ask you what you think of it. And I'll start reading it and then I'll put it in the thing so you guys can see it. This is what I said. I want to ask a real question. I'm asking everybody that's here a real question. I'm going to ask you, Patrick, to answer this question. What is it going to take? While they rape our children of their childhood, while they inject poison into the veins of our fellow Americans, while they steal parents' rights to raise their children, while they give illegals your hard-earned money, while they release criminals and lock up and persecute Americans, while they take away our rights to bear arms, while they heap the perversion into society, while they persecute white people for being white and use ridiculousness as a narrative of the day, while they rot out the judiciary and corrupt and evil clowns, while politicians stuff their face with the spoils of the people, while they create food opportunity and education deserts for the poorest among us, while they make health care death care, while they murder millions of babies every year under the guise of a right, while they, you see, quote unquote, while they, we do nothing. We accept being treated like dogs, like fools, like slaves, and expect it to change. We should be righteously angry, raising the sword and forcing freedoms from what can only be described as an evil bondage. It is an evil cancer of epic proportions. What is it going to take for you to do something? It's time to stop pretending that it's not the play for them all along. The Congress does nothing. The police does nothing. The FBI less of nothing. They all do nothing because it was never designed to be fixed. This is the pain they inflict on the people while reveling in the chaos while stuffing their faces. We are the intended targets. We are the intended victims. If I am wrong, why is it that you never see a politician sweat? Never see them care about seemingly anything, all while you suffer. Incrementalism only works when you want to destroy, not when you want to build. But do tell me how social media influencers telling you to vote harder is working out.
That's truth. Reading it, listening to it.
You think that's the reality of today?
Yeah, I do. I do. The slow boil type theory. Taking a little bit, turning the temperature up, and we're still here. That side plays to win, man. The left plays to win. The Republicans don't play to win.
Is it Republicans that don't play to win, or we just don't have the ability to win?
I think if they played to win for us, they could win, but they choose not to. So therefore, they lose.
Who loses, though?
Actually, we do. We do. The people do, always. It's always the people that lose, because even when you're a politician, right, once you're in for life. You got the retirement, you got the pension, you got the medical for life. And then after you serve your two years in the House or 6 years in the Senate, if you just get one term, you go get your consultation fees, you become a political commentator. The gravy train keeps rolling once you get through there. So they technically never feel anything, ever. It's always us, the ones on the ground. We're the ones that don't live in gated communities. We don't have private chauffeur picking us door to door with armed security. We don't have that. We're in the muck with everybody else. We're in the rat race. We're in the grocery store with everyone doing our shopping Saturday morning, trying to get stuff done so we could go enjoy the rest of the afternoon. Like, we're the regular folk. And us regular folk continuously get stomped on. And it's just been a hard dose of reality I've been swallowing over the past 2 years with just what happened with me and coinciding with this. It's just, there is really no recourse that we can take.
Why not?
Because it's all rotted out and hijacked and corrupted. We can't use the levers. And then the politicians in charge, if they can use the levers, they choose not to use the levers. So it's just an endless cycle of bullshit. They stay getting fat. They stay stacking their checks while all of us below them beat, fight, scream in each other's face, get trampled on. We are the ones that are hit hard every day. Rules for thee, but not for me type mentality. Right? And as long as we're fed and we're distracted with our entertainment, you keep, like ancient Rome, right? You keep the entertainment going, you get the social media crowds going, so you keep the people entertained and engaged. You throw some sports on here and there, maybe toss a crumb to us with some arrest or something, just a crumb to keep us happy. But that's what they do. All while nothing changes up top. They do what they do. Take, get fatter. Take $117,000 annual salary, turn it into close to $420 million out the door.
Are you talking about Pelosi?
Just one of them. There's others. I really wish I set up an autopilot account when that first came out and started tracking some of these guys.
You would have been making a fortune.
That's what I'm saying. I wish I did it. She legitimately inspired a trading app that followed politicians' trades. And yet she is still not criminally charged.
No.
Everyone knows what she does. Everyone knows. Trump openly talks about it. No one does shit. So
Why
that's
not?
just because they choose not to. And that's just what...
Because the rules are for thee and not for me, and we are their slaves.
Yeah.
And everything that I just said, by the way, is really happening.
Yes, it is. Yes.
There's a video you're going to have to get. We'll get to it later, but we're going to talk about the woman that was basically killed. But I want to first talk about this. The Minnesota rep, the Minnesota state rep. People in America are not given opportunities, but people that come here illegally are.
Mm-hmm.
So they step over the bodies of Americans and give them to other people. What if I told you that the newly elected mayor of St. Paul was an illegal? Play it.
As his mother had died, my father, as the one processing the paperwork, put my grandmother down as his mother. And so I am illegal in this country. My parents are illegal here in this country.
Ice, go get her.
Yeah, for real.
Go get her. Come on, Ice. No. Ice did not know, Vanilla Ice did not know he was going to be so popular. All right, stop. Collaborate and listen. Ice is back with a brand new invention. Ooh. Go pick him up. Yes. All right, how about the mayor of Coldwater, Kansas?
Another one.
Jose Caballo has been revealed as a foreign national who not only got elected while not being a citizen, but also been voting in federal and state elections since 2022. Play it.
The mayor of Coldwater accused of election fraud. The charges come hours after he secured a second term in office. Attorney General Chris Kobach charged Mayor Jose Joe Ceballos with 6 felonies, 3 counts each of voting without being qualified and election perjury. Kobach claims Ceballos is lawfully living in the U.S. but is a citizen of Mexico, making him ineligible to vote. The AG alleges the mayor illegally cast ballots in the August 2024 primary and November 2022 and 2023 general elections.
In large part, our system right now is based on trust. Trust that when the person signed the registration or signs the poll books saying that he's a qualified elector or that he is a United States citizen, that the person is telling the truth.
We reached out to Mayor Ceballos for comment, but have not heard back yet. The Coldwater City Council, though, released a statement on social media saying the mayor called them in for a special meeting over the noon hour to, quote, discuss recent events that have transpired with the Kansas Attorney General's office. While the recent allegations involving the mayor are understandably concerning, we will allow the proper legal process to take its course before making any further comments, unquote. Ceballos is expected to be in court for his first appearance on December 3rd.
We have issues everywhere. We have issues with our school boards. We have issues with it. And people want this, they use this one word. And they always tell you, always be nice. Decorum, decorum, decorum. Jeff, you guys still talking about the moon? Moon is not a pancake and world is not flat. Stop it. And firmament does not mean that we live on a flat earth. It's not possible. Stop it, stop it. But we still didn't go to the moon. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you for the important part of this matter. Okay, so this is a man addressing the North Huntingdon Township Commission meeting in Pennsylvania. And this is, he sets the bar with how we should treat people who were selected, never elected, and treat you like a slave. I'm gonna ask you again, what is it gonna take to get you to do something? Go ahead and play it.
I'm the father of the small child and the woman that were hit by the 90-mile-an-hour driver. And this commission has remained silent. You! What's wrong with you? You had Harry Falk send me an email saying you wouldn't discuss the case with me? You would only discuss it with a woman with a traumatic brain injury? Are you nuts? That's my son. I'm the father. You threatened me with arrest if I continue to call the DA asking questions. I have humbly asked them.
Sir, you're here to address the board, not the people here.
Okay, then let's talk about you, asshole. You've blocked me from free speech, not a fighting word, protected. Pipe down, Eric. You have blocked me from 4 public forums. All of you are going 42, 1983. I'm ripping your qualified immunity right off of you, sir. Oh, it's coming, buddy. You're a smug one. The clock is ticking.
Remember what I said I wanted 4 years in? I got real calm. There's a lot of us that want that. And we're just at different stages. And the ones that are already there, I mean, this guy's wife got hit by a car. What would you do if your wife and son got hit by a car at 90 miles an hour? And then these smug pieces of shit decided to tell you that you...
Same fucking thing that guy, sorry, same thing that guy's doing.
Yeah.
Same thing. Slaves, buddy. You're right.
So let's get to the difference between this is what Democrats are voting for. I mean, I'm trying to make the case for you. I'm trying to make the case for you that I don't actually give a shit what Mike Johnson says. I don't care what Kennedy says. I don't care what people who are selected in the process of selecting, because all those systems are just rigged. They're all rigged. They're rigged. And every time they can't rig something, they put in ranked choice voting. They put in all these little mechanisms and levers that they know they can manipulate behind the scenes. Get rid of all of it. It's really simple. You vote. One vote, one count goes over here. You vote for the person. If it doesn't hit 50%, then you got to vote again, right? This is the New Hampshire's first transgender elected rep, Stacey Lawton. This dude pled guilty to child exploitation charges. He reportedly asked his partner, by the way, you ready for this? His partner worked in a daycare to send him nude photos of kids. Your kid go to daycare?
At-home daycare with a lady that we trust.
Yeah. What would you do if they took pictures of your boy?
I'll be in jail.
Yeah.
Anyone touches him, I'll be in jail.
You wouldn't even, I mean, it's not even a thing.
No, it's not. It's not a thought. It's over.
Yeah.
It's over. No.
This is Eric Swalwell campaigning with him. Eric Swalwell campaigned with a pedophile that took pictures of innocent children whose significant, whatever you want to call it, thing was taking pictures of children working in a daycare. You still think that you can actually have somebody that has mentally ill and you want to put them in daycares, you want to put them in schools? That sound normal to you?
No, the one thing they say that never happened happens again. It's a constant theme. And it's backed up scientifically. It is gender dysphoria. It is a mental health condition. These people need treatment and help, not to give access to kids.
Yeah.
End of story. This dude is texting his boyfriend that works in a daycare, get me nude pictures of the kids you're working. Are you kidding me? Just think about that.
So remember what you just said? Like you want to, I mean, look, bro, but it's normal. We debate the ridiculous.
I know.
We debate the ridiculous. And then we get mad because Tucker Carlson interviews Nick Fuentes. Let me just tell you something. Nick Fuentes is a pretty smart guy. I don't agree with everything Nick Fuentes says, but I agree with the fact that Tucker Carlson should be able to interview him.
Facts. America,
Right?
First Amendment, freedom. Anyone can say whatever you want.
But you don't have the ability. They want to take away your ability to interview people. They want to tell you what you can think. Look, I just gave you a whole case. You could just take this podcast and refute me. Refute one thing that I said today. Refute one thing you said today. One thing, just one thing. Oh, I know what you're going to pick. You're going to say we went to the moon.
The moon.
That's why I put it in there. I've been planning for this one. We did not go to the moon. We did not go to the moon. DMAC, we did not go to the moon. I'm going to have some pancakes with you. I'm going to pancake you. All right, what else we got? Liberal says that he's going to start doing harm to Americans that he interacts with in public. Come on, play it.
Hello, my name is Scarlett Kelly, and I am officially declaring war on the Republican Party. If you are a Republican on TikTok and you want to interact with me, you deserve to die. You deserve to be shot. You deserve whatever suffering could possibly come to you. If you are a Republican and try to start any of that kind of nonsense with me in person, you will lose your life. This is war. I am not joking. It's done. You are not an American anymore. You're out. You're off the list. You've been naughty. Like, come on. We're going to start giving you the coal in the form of massive stones on top of a slab of wood on top of you. Have a wonderful day.
All right, somebody do the pleasure of telling me where this guy lives. I'm going to go interact with him. I'm going to come interact with you. All 225 pounds of me. Yeah, and man, I'm going to watch you like a hawk. I'm going to get right in your grill. And then I'm going to dare you to go ahead and pull a gun. And then you're going to do that, and I'm going to unalive you. So let me just tell you something. You don't get to terrorize the public. And I'm gonna say it again. What does it take for that to be accepted? You know, TikTok. You think TikTok took that down?
No.
No, they didn't take it down. You know what they did take down? A video where I called somebody a retard.
Of course.
There was a leftist.
Of course.
Here's Zoran Mamdani, supporter, complains that she never experienced true oppression until she converted to Islam. I'll play it.
People make being Muslim such a viscerally unpleasant experience. I was so excited when I first found Islam, like the comfort that I found in praying, the joy that I felt when I read Quran. The experience of like wearing hijab and like getting closer to God was so beautiful for me. And then over the year that I've been a hijabi, just noticing how different people treat me, the dehumanization that Muslims experience, the microaggressions that I get on the daily. I know that I've never experienced it because before I'm just like a white woman. I know that this is like the first adversity that I'm like experiencing in my life. Boo freaking who, I know. I hate when people are just like, oh, you became Muslim to become oppressed. Who wants to be oppressed except for like white evangelicals? I would much prefer that people were just like kind and accepting, know that what I'm experiencing isn't even like a drop in the water of how like violent and genocidal Islamophobia is and Islamophobes are. All of Islamophobia is a direct result of the billions of dollars that has gone into spreading anti-Islam hate. I can't practice my religion without also understanding that people are going to treat me poorly, like I'm going to experience discrimination. Ever so freaking slowly it's changing, and I just have to remember that I am part of the process of changing people's minds about Islam, and that can be like a really big burden to bear sometimes.
I don't even know what to say.
America 2025.
You know, I don't hate Muslims at all. I have a lot of Muslim friends. Shwa Arabiya. I learned Arabic. I sat down with my friend he is a Catholic priest, Mahana. He's been on here, Father Mahana.
Yep.
And we've done dua, doing prayer. He's a Catholic priest, but he's from Lebanon, so he speaks Arabic. And so I just discovered how much I still remember when I was sitting with him and he was talking and he said something. I was like, hey, why'd you say that? He goes, I was testing you. I said, Father Mahana, I got your test right here. But that's interesting that you talk about oppression, because I was walking down the airport and a woman zigzagged to get in front of me at the airport just to tell me to move. And I just pushed her out of the way. Because she said, I was like, look, let's see, I just saw you walk from over there. I'm very astute. I was watching what you were doing. You need to get out of my way. Now, I was all up for this because I wanted to hear what she had to say. You've been pushing me around for thousands of years. I was like, you don't look like you're thousands of years old. And I just pushed her out of the way when she's screaming. I was like, get out of my way. Because I know they have cameras there. That's the third or fourth time I've had to deal in an airport where somebody wants to cause a scene. So I know I'm not alone. But so being white it's dangerous in America. And I'm not even, like, my whole family's interracial, right? I probably would have given the woman a hug, right? I'd been like, damn right. My great-grandfather was hung by a tree in Middleburg, Virginia. True story.
Wow.
So don't talk to me about racism. I mean, I experienced it as a kid. Blacks hated me because my mom was white. Whites hated me because my dad was black. It was crazy. Crazy, crazy. All right, let's this is what a United Methodist pastor says. You're gonna have to hear this. Play it.
Zohran Mamdani might be one of the most Christ-like political figures in our American system right now. And hear me out. I'm Blair. I'm a pastor, a parent, and a professor of theology. And I understand that Zohran is Muslim. That's not the point here. The point here is the way that Zohran describes his own philosophy of the government. In a recent interview with The Daily and the New York Times, he said, what democratic socialism means is a belief that it is government's job to ensure that every person is living a life of dignity. And dignity is not the things that you'd like, it's not the things that you'd want, and it's the things that you need. I'm going to say that one more time. The government's job is to ensure that every person is living a life of dignity. And when I read the scriptures and look at what Jesus does for people in his ministry, it is to ensure them a life of dignity. It's to heal people who've been exiled because of their illness or their disability. It's to feed people when they're hungry. It's to see children as beloved and to belonging to the community instead of as property or possessions. It's to see women the same way. Jesus ensures a life of dignity for all those he meets. And so if you want to talk about instituting a Christian government, I would pay attention to what Zohran Mamdani is doing. Because what he is describing is a Christ-like system of government where we are all assured the basic necessities for human dignity. And I think that looks like the kingdom of God.
You're a retard.
There you go.
The Bible doesn't say any of that.
There you go.
The Bible doesn't say that it ensures dignity for anyone. Matter of fact, it says that life is going to be hard, it's going to be unfair, and guess what? Get over yourself, because that's exactly what it's meant to be. Life is about the survival of the fittest. It 100% means that you have to work hard. You don't get anything given to you. What you just described was the kingdom of the devil. And this is why, degree in theology, I don't value. And I say to them, I don't care what I went to school. What do I care? What did it do for me? What did it do for me? It didn't do anything for me. It did nothing for me. Well, then you're not an expert. Great, then you can say I'm not an expert. Now go through all the questions you want to ask me. And I got lucky in my life because I had no education. I didn't even go to middle school. I went to elementary school. Graduated from 5th grade. Is that a thing?
Good. You tell me. If you did it, you tell me.
So I thought about that when they asked the question, that I would put down like the elementary school that I went to.
Or your highest level of education.
Oh yeah, it went all that stuff. And I'm like, why would I give you anything? It's none of your fucking business. It's like a religion, right? I don't have to give you anything. I don't have to give it to you. You want to know why I don't give it to you? Because it didn't make me get on a call with Eric Coomer. It had nothing to do with that. I didn't build my company because some piece of shit in some school. Sorry, I know you're in education, but
it's fine.
He didn't make it so that I did well in life, right? Matter of fact, my son graduated from school, and you know what he said to me when he's done? I learned nothing. I spent 4 years learning nothing. I go into work and I learned 99% of everything that I need at work. Now he didn't say that about elementary school, middle school, and high school. But he said about his university education.
Yeah.
I could have gotten that out of a book by myself.
Well, for college, you pay for the experience.
You don't pay for the experience, man. I just wanted. I went to college. Look, I went to college for one reason only. I didn't want to be broke.
Yeah.
That's it. I didn't want to go back to where I came from. That's it. Can we talk about the liberal woman talking about guns?
Sure can.
Yeah, a little bit of humor in all of this stuff where I'm asking you to do something. Play it.
Fuck every single one of you. Who cares more about your stupid fucking gun than the lives of kids? You are so dumb. Your Second Amendment is not unlimited. You are just the most horrible humans on the planet, that you care more about your fucking guns than kids. I hope karma is horrible to you, all of you.
So what she just said, she doesn't believe in God. That's what she said, because I just think karma is horrible to you. So she's completely lost, and she correlated wanting your guns to not loving your children. That's how absurd the left is. That's the retards. That's the retardation. That's the correlating causation that you want to punch. That's when people saying, hey, it rained today, global warming.
Yeah. And when the Muslim Brigade starts marching down the street, she'll be the first one that they take with them. Because she doesn't have a gun. She has no backbone. Useful idiot. Push, push, move, move. Come with us. Sharia law in my house. Because you don't have a gun to defend yourself, lady.
So most people don't understand what oppression looks like when they're under it. It's a series of demoralization. So they want to demoralize you. It's actually happening. And yesterday it was brought up about Yuri Bezmenov, who in 1984 talked in a lecture about subversion. And the first step that Yuri said of ideological subversion, which is really what we're under right now, but the first step of that is demoralization. Do you sometimes feel demoralized?
Yeah.
And this is where it's going to get really hairy. I would argue that the left and the right both feel demoralized at the same time. So if you want to reprogram, you have to have a structure. You have to have a group of people that are doing the same things to both sides of the spectrum, so that you can demoralize both sides. And what he said was fascinating. A person who is demoralized is unable to assess true information. The facts tell nothing to him. Nothing. Even if I shower him with information, with authentic proof, with documents, with pictures, he will refuse to believe it. Where are we right now?
There.
So we're in the demoralization. What's stage 2? This was a lecture back in 1984. This is a Russian. What was stage 2? Destabilization.
Okay.
Once a generation has been properly demoralized, the focus shifts to destabilizing key structures of society. This stage targets the economic systems, foreign relations, and defense systems. Do you feel defended?
If it's taken me that long to answer, the answer is no.
So I'm going to talk to you about Gonzalez v. Casarac. Gonzalez v. Casarac is a case from 2005 in which the court ruled, Supreme Court of the Supreme Court of the United States, not of Colorado, of the United States, the Supreme Court. And I say that half kidding. Conservative court, right? In a ruling 7-2, they ruled in 2005 that the police do not have an obligation to protect you, that they are not there to protect and serve. Did you know that?
When you brought it up a couple of weeks ago was the first I've heard of it.
Did you go read it?
No, I have not.
I want everybody to do that. Go to Gonzalez v. Casarac. It's right here in Colorado. Went all the way to the Supreme Court. Refused to enforce a restraining order, even though the refusal led to the murders of the woman's 3 children by her estranged husband. Let me just tell you what it says. The decision affirms the controversial principle that state and local government officials have no affirmative duty to protect the public from harm it did not create. They have no affirmative duty to protect you. So you remember when they went to the school in Uvalde, or the guy hid down in Texas or in Florida in the school shooting, and he hid. He didn't go in and confront the gunman. He could have confronted the gunman.
I think that was Stroman Douglas in Florida.
Yeah. He got off. You know why? Affirmative defense that I don't have an obligation to protect these children. He's there to protect, but he's really not. And the criminals have caught up to this. They've gotten smart on this. And they know this. Police officers are like, well, I just want to go home to my family. So I don't really care that you don't go home to your family.
Yeah.
So we've built a selfish society that allows for that to happen. All right. Here's the EU president talking about that you should be grateful for being free. By the way, I have talked to people that are in Russia, and this should blow your mind. Go ahead and play this because I want to ask you about Russians being non-free people. Go play it. 1 year.
Thank you very much for receiving me. And first of all, to those who scream and yell here so loud, they can be happy that they are in a free country like Finland, where the free speech is a right, where they have not any restrictions. If they would be in Moscow, they would be in jail in 2 minutes. Thank God we have a democracy. Thank God we have free speech.
So the irony.
Getting dragged out.
For free speech.
For free speech.
So you have a guy that's getting arrested at a rally where he says in Finland you have free speech. By a guy, and by the way, the crowd's not clapping.
Oh, we moving them? No, they're in.
Because they're not free.
Yeah.
Guys, listen, there's organized slavery in all 190 plus countries. It's all organized slavery. It's all a caste system. Anyone that tells you you're free, it would have been free if you can actually talk about something, hold someone accountable for getting you fired, and it actually get to a resolution without costing you your livelihood or your life.
Yeah.
Then that would be a free society. But we don't have it. In the United States, it's completely cooked. Here's a wow. Here's a swastika in New York after Mandami wins. They went and they didn't know that there was a video there. So this is the greatest thing ever because these are the boogeymans that get created. I'll let you decide. Watch it.
Drawing it right there on one window. And then proceeding to the next, you can see the long coat, you can see the hat.
All right, so let me just tell you who this guy was. You're gonna love this. He's an Orthodox Jew. Yeah. Because hate crimes, right? Anti-Semitism. This is why I tell you that we have to separate the Jews from the Jewish. Guy's Jewish. He wants to create something that's not there so that they can actually come and oppress you. It is the oldest trick in the book.
But now look.
Demoralization, destabilization. We're already past the demoralization. The entire country is demoralized. We're already there. We're in the throes right now of the greatest prediction of whatever's happening in our country. We're in destabilization right now.
And now look, because of the surveillance state we have, though, that hate crime.
Both sides hate it.
Yep. But now we actually, because of the surveillance state, you can see that this was a manufactured. So like pro and con of state surveillance now. Like it's crazy what we're living in. Just people can't just leave well enough alone. You can't just, I'm an Orthodox Jew, so I need to go draw swastikas now to get shit riled up in Flatbush, Brooklyn. Right? Like we can't just leave well enough alone.
No.
It's crazy.
Well, you want to introduce the last thing we're going to do? We're going to put a cherry on top for the video of the day.
Yeah, just a little fun little thing I saw online that I thought would be kind of funny to end the show. It's a softball highlight, and you just got to watch it, man. You really just got to watch it. You get a good look. Someone did get hurt, but it's pretty funny. Sorry.
It was a liberal.
And he dropped the ball, by the way. I don't know what he does there, but here we go at the plate. Corporate softball championship for the World Series right there at the dish. My man drops the ball. She, I think, believed tore her ACL. But when I first saw it, I thought it was funny, man, so I put it in today.
That was the corporate World Series.
Yeah, softball corporate World Series. Boom.
I just want you to know that guy wanted to win, and he lost. They ended up winning.
Yeah.
He knew that. Oh man, that's terrible. I want to leave you with this. I have a video I want to leave you with, and I don't want to end it on a negative. I want it to be positive. I want you to understand why I'm doing this, right? Let me see if I can find it. That's Schmoley. Let me see if I can find it really quick. Did I put it this morning? It's the one that I put in with. Yeah, here it is.
Oh,
I'm gonna copy the link. What'd you say? I need you to grab this video real quick.
It's a shame.
Stolen elections have consequences. Stolen elections have consequences. And the consequences, every single one of you that's listening to this show has had a consequence over the last 5 years, a severe one. You've lost a mother, you've lost a father, you've lost a brother, you've lost a sister, you've lost a job. You are facing debilitating things in your own life because you took a jab and now you have cancer. You have lost friendships, you have lost relationships, you've been divorced, you've been widowed. You've been demoralized. You've been driven into the poorhouse. You've lost your job as a result of economic downturn in your area of expertise. You have comorbidities. Your child won't talk to you. I mean, I could keep going on. You've been stabbed. You've been robbed. You've been in an accident where there's no one that is unhurt by the actions of the last 5 years. No one. Everyone in our country is a victim because they've allowed this lawlessness to continue in our country. None. Not one of you cannot tell me that as a result of what happened over the last 5 years, that you don't have some sort of trauma that you've had to go through as a result of the pandemic, stolen elections, or even before that. If you're in Colorado, your property taxes doubled because they said you voted for it, but you didn't because they used a stolen election to do it. Your life is enormously not better today than it was 5 years ago. Enormously not better. Do you have it ready? This woman that you're about to see, she died. She died yesterday. And I'll let her tell you her story.
Hello, my name is Tanya Johnson, and I've lived in Nevada for the past 18 years, worked for the state of Nevada for 15 years, and during that time of working with the state of Nevada, they put out a memorandum that said that if you did not get the COVID vaccine, you'd be fired. So I waited until the last minute when I got the COVID vaccine, and I've had nothing but absolute horrific trouble with, it started with my equilibrium, where I would just fall down without putting my hands down or anything like that, and cloudy memory. I have a hard time remembering words that I want to say, but that all happened the day after I got the COVID vaccine, which was the Johnson & Johnson 1 shot. They had to go in and do surgery on me 4 times. I died on the table all 4 times. They brought me back, but they took out my stomach, they took out my spleen, they fixed my esophagus. Oh, and then I also had blood clots in my legs and in my chest, going to my heart. So one day I went to work and I was okay, but my equilibrium was really bad, and I have drop foot now. But the next day I couldn't walk. I can't walk, I can't drive, I can't roll over by myself. I can't do any of that. And I really think that it has to do with getting the vaccine, and that's what happened to me. Oh, I've been in and out of the hospital also 4 times, and I owe $7.5 million to the different medical places.
Sad. So sad.
She's a mother. She's a wife. I want you to remember that, because I asked you the question, what's it going to take? I'm not asking anybody to be where I am right now. I just want you to know that when they get on TV and they make all these promises to you, and Hakeem Jeffries says all this stuff and looks like a robot, when you think about the children, they say, oh, you have to affirm that care. When they told you that you had to get a vaccine or you lose your job, she took the vaccine. She waited till the last minute. She didn't want to do it. They wouldn't give her the exemption. They said, no, you have to inject yourself with this stuff. And she died. She gave up probably 25 years of her life. So it's not a small thing that they did. She left behind a family that's a complete wreck. So, I mean, this is the stories. This is the example you should use. This is the example you should use when we talk about well, they did all this stuff to us. We did nothing. We took it. Every time they raise our taxes, every time they do something to us, every time they build a new tollway, we just use it, because if we can, if we can't, we sit in the line and give up hours of our life, because the haves and the have-nots is getting much more pronounced. And now they want to destroy everything about our society and lie to us at every turn. J6 pipe bomber took somebody to actually get to the bottom of it to do it, and then they got shut down in the 9th, basically in the extra innings, the 13th hour. It's like, yeah, no, just before you're supposed to go public with it, they shut it down. Just before you were to get your job back, or at least get some compensation for not having your job, you get shut down. Just before the case goes to trial, the lawyer for the judge for Mike Liddell's case said, I find that the defamation already occurred before any of the evidence was ever seen or heard. They did the same thing for Dominion against Smartmatic against Mike. Did the same thing against OAN. They did the same thing. They literally stack the deck and say, no, we can do whatever we want to you. And there's nothing you can do about it. Then they go to the public media and they said, hey, lie. I need you to lie. Please lie. And they do.
Yep.
This woman lost her life. She's another victim. She doesn't get another life. There's no second chances. Yeah, but this is what you deserve. You deserve to die. That's what they're telling you. You deserve to die. You don't deserve anything. You don't deserve what you have. You didn't build it. They have every right to take it from you. And they don't have to protect you. I just want to leave you with that. That's how bad it is.
Some fun Friday we had, man.
It is a fun Friday. It's a fun Friday. Look, you got to get to the realization. You got to get down and smell the dirt.
Yeah.
Right? You got to smell the dirt. And it's not negative. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm going to leave here. I'm going to go watch a basketball game. And I'm going to watch my nephew at a wrestling match. You're going to go home and hang out with your boy, right? And your wife.
That's the goal.
And they're the special part of your life. You still get that, but you still feel victimized.
Mm-hmm.
You still say to yourself, "What can I do? What should we do?" Right? It shouldn't take somebody running into your family at 90 miles an hour to get up there and to use your voice. It shouldn't, in my opinion.
I agree with you. Yeah. It takes but it seems it takes a special type of person to want to speak up this day. It just does. It doesn't. Everyone doesn't want to do it. It takes a special type of person to want to.
Well, you got people that are defaming you everywhere. I mean, I'll tell you that. I lived through that.
Yeah, and you for it. There were other people that sit there and they'll just take it and just run away.
Yeah, I don't.
Exactly, special type of person.
It takes a person that's already never had anything, so they knew what it looked like. It wasn't that bad. Frankly, it just wasn't that bad.
Right.
So, you want to pray us out?
Sure can.
All right.
Father, Son, Holy Spirit, amen. Dear Lord, thank you for another beautiful day. Thank you for our families. Thank you for our freedoms that we still have. Lord, please grant us the patience, but also the will to start pushing back and to reclaim the land that is ours, to reclaim the nation that is ours. Please, Lord, give power and insight to others to open up their hearts and minds to finally reach a middle ground in this country. Hold those accountable so that we could start moving forward and rebuilding our lives and our country. Dear Lord, thank you for our law enforcement. Thank you for our soldiers. Thank you for the good people that are doing God's work in this country. Please protect them. Please continue to look over them. Please provide them with the internal courage to fight the toughest battles that they have to fight that are coming. They are coming. We feel it. We know that they need to come, Lord. Please give the people the power and the will to fight and see this through. Please, Lord, look over our families. Look over my family, look over Joe's family as we embark on another weekend of who knows what. But please allow us to enjoy the time with our family and come back rejuvenated tomorrow morning, Lord, because we are working on Saturday here for the good of this country. True story. Thank you, Lord. Amen.
Amen.
Father, Son, Holy Spirit, amen.
We will see you
tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow. It's gonna be later in the day. It's gonna be a boomer. And I'm not talking about boomers like us, but boomer. It's gonna be a boomer. All right, God bless you. See you soon.
Rise up, untamed. In the heart of the fight where the wild ones roam, Joe Oltmann's calling, bringing truth back home. From conservative daily to this untamed fire, we shatter the silence, lifting spirits higher. No chains can hold us, no lies can prevail. Authentic and fearless on this rugged trail. Patriots gather under stars and stripes. Untamed nation, igniting the nights. Untamed nation, let the truth roll out in this land of the free. Standing proud from sea to shining sea, we won't back down. Catch the fire, wear the crown. Untamed nation, it's our battle song, motivating hearts where the brave belong. Yeah, untamed and wild, forever strong. Play it again all night long. Break the mold, chase the real, no more games, time to heal. Joe's voice leads the untamed crew. Truth matters through and through. Untamed nation, let the truth roll out in this land of the free. Standing proud from sea to shining sea, we won't back down. Catch the fire, wear the crown. Tame nation, it's our battle song, motivating hearts where the brave